dark.
Well, we know there's a problem.
Don't I look? There's something wrong. I don't have a light on or something.
Yeah, you are,
Oh,
Will.
we're live.
Yeah. Oh, well.
You know who we are.
I know
Who
who
are
one
we?
of us is.
Who are we? It's been quite a while.
Mm.
Let me do this.
Hmm.
There's your full shot.
There you go. 4-1 Nicole, 1 John Colder Ice Lawson. I exist.
Yes, and aren't we all the richer for it? And I'm Brent Leary. I know people, they've been waiting for that. I mean, it's been a long time.
People been waiting for that.
Been
Really?
a long time. Yeah.
I've been waiting on that. I ain't even been waiting on that.
You don't realize how many people comment.
Oh, yeah. They're all like, man, can't wait till he says, I'm Brent Leary.
Wait a minute. Look who our first commenter is.
Oh,
the one and only. Look who it is.
Wow, hey Meredith. Hiya.
I thought she was just mythical.
No,
I didn't know she was really, she existed or not. She exists.
That's right. That's
well, you
awesome.
know, usually she's doing her yoga class.
Yeah, that's what she's usually in hot yoga, you know.
I still don't know what's the difference between yoga and hot yoga.
Yeah, hot yoga, man. They do it with coals, like inside of a daggone, you know, with the dry heat inside the sauna. It's ridiculous.
What's the benefit of that?
You sweat like hell. So it gets out all these toxins and impurities and all that. See, she is. On the way to hot yoga, difference is 90 degrees.
90 degrees. That is some hot yoga.
That's hot.
Oh, boy. Well, you have fun with that. Go deeper in pose. Have you ever done hot yoga? Has Meredith ever led you in a hot yoga session?
Man, I did yoga in Bali. It was hot.
Had to throw that out there, huh?
It took me 10 minutes. I got a good 10 minutes in.
Sven.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
What's up, Sven?
Since yesterday.
You have to excuse
Sven
me.
is the
I
man.
gotta finish my cheese.
I know you come in here eating.
I gotta finish my cheese, man.
Whew. Yoga and that's one of her goals.
It's awesome. Even though I can only do 2 minutes of it, but you know.
I really don't want to post or publish comments like this, but I'll do it.
What's that?
Hey, Coach
Stacy.
Hey, Coach John. Coach John. I need something, a bucket of sorts. I feel a little nauseous at the front.
Oh, what's wrong?
Thank you, Sven.
What's wrong with you?
No jokes. Seeing anybody call you coach makes me ill.
Oh, stop.
Thank you, Sven. No jokes today. He was full of jokes yesterday on Sierra Players.
So
at my expense, basically. So that's
the best jokes in the world. I'm gonna have to go back and watch and highlight.
What are we doing? What are we doing? You answer her. You're her coach.
I don't know. I am recovering from today's bloodbath. That's what I'm doing.
What, 938? Down 938?
Yeah, the stock market bloodbath. Ugh.
Well, one company really had a bad day.
It started it all.
Started last night after hours, didn't it?
Yep. And I was like, oh, wow, they're down 10%. You know.
What did they end up? Down 12%?
14.
There you go, Eric. Sounds like a buying opportunity.
Yeah, it sounds like a buying opportunity.
Eric, let us know how much you plan on buying.
I don't know. I'd wait till Monday.
Well, don't you have to wait until Monday? Because it's closed now.
Well, I mean, wait until see what's going to go
end
on.
Of day Monday?
Yeah, a little bit.
Sven. I thought we were going the no joke route, but apparently not. Okay. All right. So, serious question.
Serious questions.
Has 2022 already been the worst year for Amazon in a decade?
Yeah. Well, it's its worst day since 2006. So not quite in a decade.
I'm just saying, is 2022, maybe I'll say it like this, is 2022 setting up to be
A B.
potentially the worst
Absolutely
year in a decade with all the stuff that's kind of going on?
Absolutely. And I don't think this is just an anomaly. It's not a blip. It's going to take a minute to get through this.
So what makes, beyond the stock prices and all that stuff, what makes 22 potentially the roughest year in a decade?
Well, the rising costs that they're looking at, right?
So inflation.
There was inflation pressure, there was overcapacity at warehouses, and extra staffing and production costs.
Hey, Valencia, isn't that your cousin?
No.
I can't keep up with all your kinfolk.
Oh, whatever.
I thought she was your cousin.
Stop. Anyway.
So, Sven, we will get to Elon, Sven. I promise you. We will get to
Elon.
We're
going to talk about Elon too?
We got to talk. How can you not? Everybody else is, including him.
That's because they have nothing better to talk about.
We could see.
So, yes.
We've been away for so long. We can talk about a lot of different things.
Oh, okay. Well, and we plan on it.
Of course. Like,
so
I just got this new Rams Super Bowl hat. That's a new.
Who cares? Now that nobody cares about. That's like, who cares?
Only the haters.
Only the haters.
That's right.
And the people that just don't care.
Okay. Moving right along. All right. So what about the union stuff going on?
What are they going to do? They're going to recount the votes in the union thing, I heard.
Again? They're doing that again? Because didn't they do that in Alabama? Or
yeah. But I don't know. I mean, we've talked about that one for a while.
Right.
And that was just a thing that was going to come up, and now it's here. And okay. So
is it here to stay? I mean, do you think is there going to be unions
in the
near future?
I don't know. I mean, they've defeated a lot of this before, and it would take a whole lot of momentum. And I don't know if enough momentum is right there right now, but yeah, it could. Why not kick them while they're down?
Damn.
I know. It kind of sucks, doesn't it?
I wanted to go back to Valencia's because she said something so nice that I just kind of glossed over. She misses seeing us all together.
Yeah. I didn't, but that's nice.
Anyway, all right. Talk a little bit about your trip too, because I think we were both equally guilty of not doing the show for a while.
Oh no, that was all him.
I take the first half of the responsibility.
Oh, it was all him.
But then Mr. Jet Setter, Mr. going to the Gold Coast of Australia, hanging out with all the beautiful Australians, I guess.
Yes.
So tell us, oh, traveling John, the bold one, the one with all the luggage.
About traveling.
Because as you've been gone, continent jumping, I continue to stay right here.
You stayed home,
but the time is coming close. I mean, I have really mixed emotions about this.
Yeah.
Coming June, I'm gonna make
no mask at the airport.
My first trip,
mask on the plane.
I haven't been to an airport. I haven't been on a plane since March 7th, 2020.
It's gonna freak you out.
Oh my God. I am feeling already freaked out, and I still got a little over a month to go before my first trip.
Yeah.
So tell me, tell everybody, tell all our friends here. How was it flying? How many hours is that?
23.
Oh, 23 hours.
From here. You know what I'm saying? From here.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So tell us how it was. How
it was awesome.
Was it different? Was it what you expected? Did anybody freak out and start getting angry? How was that?
No incidents, but it was mad. It was crack. It was crazy packed. It was crazy packed. It was everything was so all the airports were so full before I left, right? You know, or when I was leaving. So I had to go to Atlanta airport. Then you go to LAX. I get to LAX, you know, and we're late, but I still have like an hour and a half. So I get to LAX. I go up to, have you been to LAX when they had?
I hate LAX.
Me too, right? Right.
All that walking you got to do.
So, well, no, it's not as much walking anymore.
Really?
They're all in the same. Yeah, it's they got 2 terminals, but it's not as far apart as it. You remember you used to have to go under the ground, and it was crazy. Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, but I get there and the lounge. I didn't even know they had 2 lounges in the main area, right? Like you go up upstairs. Yeah, there's 2 lounges.
A little
upstairs.
walk apart, but yeah.
Right. There were both of them had lines out the door. Right? So I get in
Delta
line.
have a Sky Club there?
No, that's what I'm saying too. They're both of them.
They got 2. Oh,
2 Deltas.
I only think I've been
to
one of them.
3 now.
Okay.
They got 3 now, but I'll tell you about that on the way back. The day, so anyway, I'm standing out in the line, you know, and then here comes a lady from inside with a water tray. It's like, here's some waters just while you wait. And I'm like, really? Wow, this is crazy. Right? Now this is with mask on. Right? And this is before the mask mandate lifted.
Everybody was still maxed up in the clubs.
Yeah, and in the airport and on the plane. On the way out, it was all masked up. You know.
Look at this comment. How nice is that?
I love these 2.
Oh, wow. They missed us. They really missed us.
Aww.
I'm seeing
You're crazy. Then when I get to Australia, I'm in Sydney. That airport is packed because you know how you go, you know, international. You come in, whatever airport you come in, you have to get your bags, go through security all over again.
Yeah.
Man, I go upstairs to go through security. It is so stacked. They literally had to pull me out of line because I was about to miss my connecting flight.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, 2 hours wait. Insane.
How long would it usually be before all this stuff?
I mean, you know, what, to get through security? 20 minutes, maybe?
To go to Australia. 20 minutes? Okay. So it's 2 hours now?
It's 2+ hours.
That's
you know,
that's enough to keep me from flying international.
Bro, you would not want to be flying right now.
Jeez.
So anyway, that was the weekend before Easter. And everybody decided they wanted to travel, both internationally and nationally. So it was crazy.
How was it on the plane itself? Did you notice any tense moments, any freakouts or anything like that?
Nah. Matter of fact, everybody had their own row in the back. Right?
Really?
So I was a little jealous.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was a little jealous. Since I was in, Comfort Plus, I wasn't back there. They all had whole rows to themselves. You know how they do.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that was. I was almost going to move back there.
Almost. What were you, like in business class or something?
Yeah, I was in Comfort Plus, not business.
Oh, Comfort Plus. Okay.
So
they had like one person in between. I mean, an open seat in between you or something?
No, actually, the person next to me, there was nobody sitting next to me, but you can't lift up the, thing in the middle.
Oh, and then stretch out.
Plus. Yeah, you can't really, I mean, it gives you the, nice big lean back and the footrest and all that, but it ain't whole row.
Let me just address Sven again. What happened to the no jokes? What is going on with Sven? We get a really nice compliment from, and I hope I'm not butchering your name. Is it Sayi or Sayi? Get a really nice compliment, and then Sven follows it up with this.
I know.
Come on, man.
I know.
Let's move on. Yeah,
So
business class is nice.
yeah,
I
no.
agree.
Here's the thing. Business class was 10,000.
Oh,
I'm
how
not
much is
flying.
a
I'm not
regular
paying.
flight?
I'm not paying 10,000. I mean, it cost me 4,000 just to be in Comfort Plus, but I'm not doing an extra 6,000 to lay down. That's just,
Oh my gosh,
I'm not.
that's
I'm not that much of a princess.
but
You know,
although
there's so much I
23-hour
can do.
flight.
Look, bro. I can do so much with $6,000. There's just no justification for me to spend
Okay,
that just to have, because I can sleep. I'm asleep anyway. You know,
that's true.
I'm
That's
asleep anyway. It's
so.
just
Where
not
was the
necessary.
stopover?
The stopover, Sydney.
So you flew direct from
Oh
Atlanta to
no,
Sydney?
LA was a
Oh,
stopover.
that's right. You mentioned LA.
Then
Okay.
Sydney was a stopover, and then I got to Gold Coast. So it's
So
only an
all in
hour
all,
away.
a full day's flight, basically.
A full day on an airplane. And that's another thing too. It's like, if you get first class, on the way over, a lot of it is still in a regular, because what people don't know is Comfort Plus on international is the same as first class in regular domestic flight, in a
Right.
domestic flight. It's the same seat almost. So I don't see the purpose in spending the extra money, especially when part of the flight I got to ride in domestic first class anyway. So
You
it's just
mean
not worth 10 grand.
you had to fly with the regular people?
No, what regular people? I'm still in Comfort Plus.
Okay.
Give me a
Heaven
break.
forbid you had to fly with,
I
the
did see some.
masses.
I did see some regular people though. I opened the curtain.
You're just so wrong. All right.
Like I said, man, though it was cool. They all had a whole row to themselves, each and every one of them.
That's nice for them. All right.
Yeah,
So
So
Thomas is giving you a little jab.
what Thomas say? What did he say?
Gold Coast is great.
Great, even without me.
John.
No,
Yeah.
he's not giving me a jab. He's saying it's great with me, but even without me.
No, it means be you there or not being. It's meaningless because it's going to be great anyway. You don't do a damn thing to make it any better.
That's not what he was saying.
That's what I kind of.
That's not what
read
I
from
got
it.
from that.
Nah, that's what I.
But I feel your
obviously
hate
got it.
coming through.
I'm glad
Absolutely.
you do. I'm glad you do. All right.
So
Let's
anyway,
talk about this.
Yeah.
This. What are your thoughts on Elon and Twitter? Let's get this out of the way.
let's get it out of the way, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, congratulations, Donald Trump. That's what I feel. That's what I feel.
That's your first thought, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. That's my first thought. Because Elon's a little crazy any damn way, right? So he wants to bring all of his goon
when
squad
you're
crazy.
a billionaire,
Uh-huh.
you're not crazy, you're eccentric. Isn't that how it goes?
He's crazy. He's crazy. But I don't have no hate, no tea, no shade on him. He's an okay guy. But the deal is he has all this, any rate. I just, he should.
Why are you pulling back? Why are you pulling punches?
Because you know what? He should thank Barack Obama for making him.
Okay. How did that take place?
What do you mean? How did that take place? If it wasn't for Barack Obama pushing electric cars, his ass would still be trying to find something to do with his money. How about that? Now,
well, there was SpaceX too.
Both of those things were done with government money under the Obama administration. So congratulations, So this self-made billionaire bullshit. It's like, bro, don't get me started because I be watching you. I've been watching him forever.
A self-made billionaire for PayPal?
Yeah,
didn't he get that first?
Yeah, he was. But hey, I helped him on that one. He got all my eBay money from back in the day, so I helped him on that one. But you know what I'm saying? People just kill me where it's just like, y'all don't remember how much money we pumped into that company, right? You remember the times and the press releases with him standing beside Obama and Obama pushing money in, putting, things in place where they would get grants and stuff, So it's not like this happened overnight with no help from nobody, And I don't, but
So
I don't
so
really care. Do you use Twitter anymore?
sparingly, it's definitely not my go-to social network.
Right.
And it hasn't been for a long, because mostly what you get there is people throwing stuff out there for their benefit. I mean, it's all about promotion and self-branding. I don't give two hoots about most people's brands. So I really don't look. The only thing Twitter is good for is if something massive happens and you see it trending, and then you're like, okay, let me see what's going on. Otherwise, I really, sorry to say this, I don't pay attention to what's on Twitter anymore.
So here's the positives, right? He says he's going to open up the platform and the coding, right?
The API.
He's going to make, well, no, not just the API. He's going to open up the whole the what do you call it, the software, how it's written, the whole thing.
Yeah, they use APIs to access it.
Right, that's the access is the API. Yes, he's going to do that, but he's also going to give you he's open source. He's going to make the code open source.
He did say, oh, the algorithms are maybe supposed to be going to open source. We'll see about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I like the idea of that, right? And possibly being able to create your own, sub Twitter, that could be cool.
Take a crack at Thomas's question. How does Elon owning and doing what he says he's going to do, how does that differentiate Twitter from LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta, or any other social network?
It really doesn't. It won't. I don't. You never know what he's going to put on the back end of it. I don't know, but I can't. I think there's a lot of things that they could have done with Twitter years ago. Maybe he'll bring that to the forefront and do some more innovation.
Maybe.
But maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe I don't. It's just not that exciting to me.
No. Now, Twitter is a better content search engine than Google for deeper, not high-level content. That's what Sven says. Do you agree with Sven?
Twitter's a better content search engine. I wouldn't call it a better content search engine. No. But it does give you the opportunity to check relevant, engaging content conversations. It's better for conversations, yes. Because we can see what people are talking about in their head.
Yeah, and that goes back to the trending thing. When I see something trending, that's when I get interested. All the other stuff, not really. There's just too much going on. It's just, I can't keep up with all that stuff. What do they call that? Drinking from the fire hose? That was like 10 years ago. What is it now? I mean,
that's the thing too. I mean, you can look at exactly what you want to look at. You don't have to, you can look at only the things that are of interest to you at the time. Like we could check out what's going on with Amazon right now on Twitter.
Thomas is saying that was about your self-promotion part, Brent. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even
that's all Brent. Brent is all self-promotion.
That's all.
Don't even get it twisted.
I'm all about the branding.
Don't get it twisted.
All right. So
yeah. Picture, well, what do you feel about it?
I elevate it because I don't really want to just talk about Elon. I want to talk about any one individual owning a social communications channel of such import that hundreds of millions of people use every day. I don't want any one person being able to do anything they want to with a channel like that. It's to the point where too many people depend on that for their communications. So I don't want any one person owning in something like that. Like this is like William Randolph Hearst stuff almost, except it's worse because digital travels faster and further. So if who
should own it?
No one person. I like it being public. I don't like it being, one Uber person. Maybe I shouldn't use that term. One person being able to say, wake up. I'm cranky today. Oh, I don't like this tweet. You're off. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of control.
But that's what it's been.
Not one person. I mean, this guy could have an advisory board. He could have an advisory board who can say, you know what, you should go this way. And he's going to say, you know what, I'm a maverick. I'm going that way. I don't like that. Not when there's so many people going to be impacted by that kind of decision. That's just me. But it's not about him.
But how do you build something like this and then have somebody take that away from you?
Well, that's the issue. Not many people can marshal up $43 billion. I mean,
Right. And just say, hey, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I'm taking it private.
You know what? I love the play that he put him in, though. Oh, my gosh. He backed them into such a good corner. They couldn't say no.
Oh, yeah, because they tried that poison pin kind of move. And he just went out and got the financing. I mean, I think it's cool that he's able to do it, but I don't think it's cool that one person could potentially impact such a significant communications channel and say who has access to it. I don't like that tweet. You're gone. Or I want this person to win the presidency, so I'm going to kill off all his competitors so that person can go. I don't like that at all.
Let's be clear. There are no competitors. But at any rate.
Okay.
let's be clear right now.
All right. So any other last parting thoughts about Mr. Musk?
No, I mean, good on him, man. Do your thing. But I remember where you came from. You're welcome.
Did he sell? Was he part of the founding PayPal folks that sold to eBay originally?
Yep.
How much was that for? Was that $8 billion or something?
Wait. I mean, he didn't walk away. He stayed with the company.
Yeah, but he got the cash.
He got the cash, and then he got cashed out again. So, I mean, he had lots of money, right?
I ain't mad at him for that.
No, definitely not. Show money, do what you want with it.
For real.
Even the part that was my money and my taxes. You go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to Amazon for a second.
Depressing.
The earnings report. The
sad.
Kind of the outrage. Everybody saying they're falling off. I remember we had a conversation and we kept on saying all this growth these last 2 years. This is like 10 years worth of growth in 2 years. It's going to have to slow down eventually. Now we're seeing that it's slowing down to pre-pandemic rates. That's not bad. It's just not pandemic rates. Is the part where people are falling off is because they literally thought that was sustainable, the growth that was coming because people couldn't go out and shop was not going to slow down?
But come on.
Surprised at that?
Come on, Brad.
What? Are people surprised?
Are you surprised?
Absolutely not.
You oh, come on.
That it was going to slow
that it was just going to grow forever.
No, well, it's still growing, but as you pointed out, there was a growth rate before the pandemic. And there was a growth rate during the pandemic, and I think now it's officially an endemic or whatever. So we're not in the pandemic. People are getting out. People are flying to the Gold Coast of Australia and all sorts of stuff. So why is it such a big shock that it's starting to go back to pre-pandemic growth rates?
Yeah, but it didn't just go back to pre-pandemic. They'd actually lost billions of dollars.
No, that's profit. The revenue growth was about 7 or 8%.
Yeah, and that's like
so that was pre-pandemic, right?
Yeah, but then they said, the second quarter forecast is suggesting 3 to 7%.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not okay, we had a bad quarter, but we're projecting an even worse second quarter.
So here are the numbers. Amazon's revenue in Q1 increased by 7% year over year to 116 billion 48. That's still a lot.
No, it's complete garbage. We should take our money out.
Okay.
That's how ridiculous the world is when you think about it, right?
Right.
It
And
is ridiculous.
the company posted a net loss of 3.8 billion compared to 8.1 previous Q1 2021. E-commerce sales fell from 52.98 billion to 51.1 billion. All right.
That's concerning, right?
Yeah, that is. But I think, here's some of the other numbers. And this is really where the profit or the loss came from. Amazon lost 7.6 billion on its Rivian investment, which was the main cause of its 3.88 billion net loss in the quarter. So that was writing off that Rivian investment that really killed their profit.
Yeah.
That wasn't like some kind of big loss.
Right, but I mean, everybody knows that, and it still went tanked.
Does everybody know that? Does
Well, I'm
everybody
saying
really look at
investors.
this? I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I just don't think so. Amazon owns an 18% stake in Rivian, and the share price for Rivian has fallen 69.7%
Wow.
That's pretty damn ugly.
Time to buy some Rivian.
Yeah, you go right ahead. Use the Bitcoin to buy that too.
No, whatever. Don't try to diss on Bitcoin.
All right. So let's talk about AWS. You want to offer up a guess as to what the growth rate year over year was for AWS?
No, what was that? Because I got completely lost in all the other noise.
37%.
Wow.
Revenue first quarter 2022 for just AWS. 18.4 billion. That is a $72 billion annual run rate for just
hard for you to
group.
even say, right?
That's just crazy.
But still not enough.
Not enough because, well, if they hadn't have had the Rivian write-off, they would have still earned around $4 billion.
Which was the street number.
That's what they were expecting.
Right.
So they didn't have to take that write-down. So if they didn't take the write-down this quarter, they would have hit their numbers, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, but that's just, somebody let the air out this balloon, bro.
And then the other thing, I was watching some video, their R&D. So they spend a ton.
They always spend a ton on that, though.
I think the thing that stood out to me was over the last 2 years, they doubled their fulfillment and logistics in just 2 years. So,
and now they got too much.
Well, and going forward, though, they're going to drop their R&D investment in that by, I think, either 25 or 30%. So you're going to see less spending because they've done all the spending on their infrastructure over the last 2 years. Yeah, they hired so many people. Now they have too many people.
Now that's crazy, right?
Well, they hired what, like 600, 800,000 people over the last 2 years or something like that, which is
crazy. Like for every person that got Omicron, they hired 3 others.
That's just really? That's how we're counting things now?
No, I mean, I just.
Jesus.
That was just one of the things that they were talking about. Yeah, they overhired that much.
Yeah, I think, Thomas, I think it was the forward guidance that really got people,
Yeah.
which is usually the case.
And of course, somebody yelled fire in a crowded theater. So now all the looky-loos and everybody that wanted to make profits are jumping out. Remember, because they're supposed to be splitting.
So Thomas is making a point that Microsoft Azure, well, once again, is it Azure or the cognitive services, which Azure is a part of? I didn't read the Microsoft earnings. Usually, if you just call out Azure's growth, it's higher than cognitive services. So maybe that's what we got here. So 46% to 37%. Let's say that's the case. But I think still AWS is still, I think, still bringing in more revenue.
Yeah, I'm about
than
to
Azure.
say now. That's a bigger pie.
It's getting
bigger
close.
pie.
Yes. Right. So, but that's not a bad health sign for Amazon. AWS is still growing at 37%. And I don't see any one between Microsoft and Amazon. They're both winners. I don't see either of them being losers.
Oh, you mean in that
in cloud services?
In that cloud services,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't knock AWS if they're on a $72 billion annual run rate or revenue rate. I mean, come on, that's just one piece of Amazon, and they're doing 72 billion.
About. Let's
Well,
talk about Jassy.
Digital. Oh, so do you think he's getting too much flack?
Oh no! Hey, you knew that was coming. I can't even imagine
anybody could have followed up Bezos, and the slightest little hint of it being a little different, they're going to take all the blame. Unfortunately for him,
they're taking a bite out of his ass right now.
Oh, just another tidbit, because I was curious to see what Apple, their earnings. So they took in a little hit, nowhere near, because they actually still beat their earnings, the estimates. How much quarterly profit do you think Apple made this first quarter?
37 billion. I don't know.
Not quite. You're probably not as far as you might think. Previously it was like 21 billion. This past quarter, 25 billion. They actually made more.
They made more.
They made more.
Wow.
Well, think about it. They had the whole MacBook Pro refresh. And now they got the new Mac Studio, the Mac Studio, the Mac Studio display, and of course they still got their phones. So they're killing it still.
Yeah, considering that they have supply chain issues.
Yeah, and that was the thing that they mentioned that prompted people to sell off a little bit.
Right.
It's always about the inflation and the supply chain that seems to be the biggest hang over the stock market right now.
I mean, the China lockdown right now is kind of like secondary news here in the US. But that's one thing that's interesting when I go overseas, is just to get to see the world a little bit different, from a different perspective, and these guys in Australia are so close to China, so they understand what's going on there. But it's pretty bad over there in Shanghai, bro.
Yeah,
but I heard that they're starting to let people go back to work. Some of the warehouse workers, as of today, it's starting to lift a little bit. But it's crazy over there. They want zero COVID. They want COVID zero. And I mean, just think about what it would take to get to that here in America.
If it takes me staying in my house longer.
Oh, okay. You're COVID zero.
I will sacrifice to do that.
Whatever. You're going out next month. Whatever. Enjoy.
All right. Thomas says, in what position does the Amazon infrastructure spending cut when looking at Walmart investing big time? In what position does I don't necessarily don't know exactly what that means.
Well, yeah, I was about to say infrastructure spending cut.
Well, they're dropping their infrastructure spend because they've already
got
so
all
much.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah,
I think Walmart is actually going the other way with that. What do you see as the implications? Is this an opportunity for Walmart to do some catching up?
Yeah, absolutely. It is always an opportunity for Walmart to catch up.
Wow.
But I don't know. We got to see what the hiccup actually looks like next quarter. To really get a hold on things. And right now, we're just all in a little bit of shock. I know I am. I think the world's in just a little bit of shock right now. It's like, wait, whoa, what happened? And that's why you see the
inflation. We've got inflation. We've got a war with Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
You have logistical problems that have been going past 2 years.
But that affects everybody. That affects Walmart as much as it does. Well, yeah, it should affect Walmart.
Yeah, but inflation should.
Yeah, Walmart got a big bump in grocery sales because of the COVID.
But you see, the retail increase is not a big profit driver for Amazon like AWS is.
Yeah.
That's a good question, though.
It is.
Why is Walmart faring better? What about Alibaba? Isn't Alibaba doing killing it right now?
They're not killing it. That the deal is that they let so much air out of the damn balloon that it's become a safe haven to run the Chinese stocks.
Wow.
I mean, if you think about it, right? Alibaba they had a good day. JD had a good day. It's all good. But it's just, look, that's the only thing that was looking nice today. So people are running, and you like, how much more can those stocks be kicked down?
That's true.
And all right. I think that was just a safe haven to run right now.
Not that we're like a finance.
I know we're not a finance show, and I have no idea.
Please take no recommendations from this mouth because you be in some bad shape. If
go
you
buy
think I'm going to
Alibaba
give you some
stock.
good advice,
buy Alibaba stock. Just go ahead and buy Alibaba stock.
That's
go for it.
Send all emails and comments to the Cold One, the Bold One, John Cold Rice Lawson. I am not in it.
Because I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I always like the name.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would say, actually.
It's up 6.5%, 6.8% today.
Well, like you said, people are running. They're running away from everything else. Anything that shows the slightest bit of green and not red, they're going crazy with it.
And then just listen to this. Even with that increase, they're still down 58% for the year.
Damn.
See, so that's what it's like, how much farther down can it go? All right, maybe now it's time to jump back in.
That's why I can't devote all my time and energy to this, because there's really no rhyme or reason to a lot of this stuff, man.
No, because if it's up now, it'll be down tomorrow. It's just it is what it is.
I can't.
It is what it is. It's a guessing game.
By the way, did you subscribe to CNN Plus? Were you the one?
It's funny. You know what? It was in the airport listening to a guy across the table. He was telling them that he liked the new CNN Plus and that he had gotten it because there's a friend's show that he was watching, blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh, yeah, it was only $5 a month. So there was one person I actually, came across.
So you knew a
one
guy.
person. I knew a guy. I knew a guy.
That had to be the world record.
That was
launch and plummet with within a week.
That's beyond.
Was anybody surprised by this?
Not really.
Who wants to see more Don Lemon,
Ugh.
Wolf Blitzer, Jake Tapper, Anderson Cooper? They were all
Anderson.
advertising
Anderson.
more of them on that. Who in their right mind wants to pay actual currency to see more of those dudes when you can see them for free if you want to see them? I never got it.
They burnt $100 million in a week.
And they were willing to spend $300 million over a year or two to grow it out.
But who wants that?
Apparently nobody but your buddy.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. I have no idea why they thought that was a good idea.
Think about Netflix for the first time in I don't know how long, losing 200,000 subscribers. CNN launching a streaming service, a premium streaming service, both going down the tubes like crazy. What does that say about the overall environment for this content? These premium subscriptions.
People have choices, and they're only going to pay for so much. And there's so much out here free right now. And I need to get rid of some of my subscriptions.
Is Netflix one of those that could be gone for you?
No. I really enjoy my Netflix.
I want to watch Ozark, so I'm definitely keeping it for a little while at least.
You watch Ozark?
Jason Bateman is. I've been watching it for years.
We never talked about Ozark
because I don't want to talk about it. Everybody talks about it.
Well, here's the thing. They shoot that right at Stone Mountain. They shoot that. Yes. Matter of fact, have you ever been to Stone Mountain where they used to have the big boat, the paddle boat?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, they got the lake there, and then they had this big boat at the dock, and it had been sitting there for years. And then I realized one day, I'm like, that looks like Stone Mountain. And I'll be damned, that is Stone Mountain, bro. Where they do the entry, where they're going into the casino, that is the Stone Mountain boat dock. Yes. Yes. And I'm driving through the other day. It is about 6 months ago, but I drive through and I could see, how they got those signs around town, the yellow signs, that's where they're doing filming. And it says Ozark backwards. And I'm like, I'll be damned, that is it. So all those scenery where they're in the woods and all that, they shoot right at Stone Mountain.
I had no idea they were doing that.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they go to Ozark to do some of the,
Yeah, isn't that like in Missouri or something like that?
Right. Yeah, for some of the B-roll stuff they do, but when it's actually, being shot, they got the setup right in Stone Mountain. It's crazy.
Get out.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I know. I've been dying to just see somebody. Huge tents full of people too, man.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I wanted to ask you an Amazon e-commerce question.
Okay.
Was it last week? The news came out where Amazon is allowing people to use their payments and their fulfillment by Amazon stuff on their own seller sites. Is that a big deal?
It could be. But I just find, for one, a lot of people have been doing that already. I mean, that service has already been available for you to use it any kind of way you wanted to for fulfillment. But now they're trying to make it so it'll integrate really easily inside of your website, and then using Amazon checkout as the vehicle. There's a trust factor here. And I don't know if it's going to take off as well as it could without no guarantees that they won't use that data for their own nefarious reasons.
So in other words,
to be more competitive in your market.
you have your website, you integrate this functionality into your website. Somebody comes to your website, buys something, they're using Amazon checkout and fulfillment by Amazon in the background. That means that customer information is with Amazon, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, absolutely.
And is that what you're kind of talking about?
Yes, exactly. I mean, you're turning over your customer information. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some great parts to this because there's a lot of small, medium businesses that can't do second day shipping, 2-day shipping.
So there's
know?
lots of benefits.
There are lots of benefits to the end user.
What about to the business person?
I mean, you're paying for it. It's not a benefit if you're paying for it, is it? Maybe. I don't
People
know.
pay for a lot of things they benefit from.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like riding first class. Is that a benefit or you're paying for it?
You're willing to pay for it.
You're willing to pay for it.
So, but that means it's worth it. So you're benefiting from it. If you're
Well,
willing to pay
we'll
for it.
see. That's the part that's up for debate right now. Is it worth it to share your customer data with Amazon?
So so if they come to your website,
Mm-hmm.
so that means, does that mean they already know about you?
Yeah, it's your customer, and
Well,
it'll say your customer.
can you sign them up to a newsletter? Like if they go to do a checkout and you have something that says, "Hey, we'd like to send you discounts."
Yeah, I
Check
mean,
it out.
if it's on your
So-
website, yes.
So you do. So you still can. You can
It's still
capture
your
their
customer.
information.
Yes.
So there's still so you have an opportunity to figure out how to get the information while using Amazon's back office stuff for fulfillment, for payments, and all that stuff. That
But
sounds like
Amazon also
opportunity.
gets all that information too.
That's fine. But if you get it too, if you figure out a way to get it, then you got it. Even if Amazon has it, you still get it.
Listen, if you're Nike, you're not going for this okey doke.
Well, Nike doesn't have to, right?
Right, exactly. Right. But I'm just saying, but now, they know exactly which SKUs are selling through our site. Do I want them to know that? Do I trust them to know that?
But don't you have to play with the big marketplace because that's where the people are anyway?
That's what you would think. But I'm saying there are people I think that are out here questioning whether or not that is a good bet.
Does this open up an opportunity once again
Absolutely.
for like Walmart or Shopify to, hey, you use us and we'll share the information?
Here's the funny thing. In Australia, Amazon is not that big of a deal, right? They never launched and just took over the world like they did here.
And they tried, right?
And they tried. Yeah, absolutely. Spent millions of dollars. And I mean, they do, they're still, they're selling like crazy electronics and stuff, the things that they're known for. But here's what has happened is a lot of the retailers have their own, fulfillment by Amazon kind of platforms. And those things are really taking off. Right?
Because nobody really wants to deal with fulfillment.
Nobody wants to. Nobody has all the ability and stretch to do that. So is this a opportunity for Walmart? Absolutely.
Do you think they'll take advantage of it?
Walmart? Of course not. They will screw it up.
All right. So my perspective is, I think, and I really hate saying this kind of stuff. But the importance of building a brand for your business is so important, even though it leaves me with a little bad taste in my mouth saying that.
Why?
Because I get tired of everybody talking about personal brands and brand this and brand that.
I just did a class on personal branding, by the way.
Well, you can just keep that to yourself. Talk about that some other time. get some. Maybe one of the people you coach want to hear more about that. But anyway, it's important, even with my contempt sometimes of branding, because I just hear so much about it. It's incredibly important. And if you are able to build a brand where folks are literally looking for you, it's almost, worth its price in gold.
Oh,
So
it
if
is.
you're
Totally.
able, right. So if you're able to offload the things that don't set you apart, make you stand out, which is fulfillment, payments, all that stuff. If you are able to put those in place and then spend more time and effort really building a brand that sets you apart, then I think it's worth it. But I also think a lot of people don't know how to do that. And that's the biggest issue.
That's why we created the course.
What time is it again? But I can't argue with the importance of finding a way to stand out and stand apart for you and your business. And if you're able to find pieces that take away the burden of things,
you think you can build a brand like that? Do you think you can build a brand or enhance your brand by offering Amazon 2-day shipment?
I would think if you should say yes to that. That should be a goal, at least. Even if you can't today, that should be a goal.
Mm-hmm. I think that should be a goal just in general, because if not, Amazon's going to come and chomp you up anyway.
It's not just Amazon, though. It's, competition selling the same thing.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
In that regard, I think smart businesses and people should put that stuff in and build the brand, because if you build the brand, that will offset anything you're giving up to Amazon or anybody else on the back end.
Yeah. And then you'll be able to just, run your brand yourself.
Barbara, you are so right. There is a lot in the news to unpack.
All kind of crap today. And we've just touched the tip of the iceberg. So guess what?
Yeah. We coming back?
To come. Maybe. I don't know. We'll discuss that. I'm ready to be around the world and on planes and stuff.
And I'm not.
Yes, you are. Liar, pants on fire.
I like it home.
Yeah. Come on. But aren't you ready to get out and mingle, talk to people, let them spit on you? Oh, God. It's so much. It's a lot.
Why did you say that?
It's a lot. It is so much. It's just so much.
Well, you enjoyed I saw all the pictures.
Yeah, I did.
You enjoyed it.
I did. I can't. I was like, this is so much fun. I forgot what it was like to have a care. See, that's the other thing too, though. See, I'm in Australia. 95% of them have their vaccination. They're at 95%, right? So that's a whole different vibe than being here in, Alabama, where 51% of y'all still tripping. It's a whole nother world.
It definitely is.
Okay, so just don't be tripping when they be having that Alabama show, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going.
Is Barbara one of your people that you coach?
No. Barbara is a coach herself, I'm guessing.
Oh, because she's saying she's going to leverage recent news to negotiate warehouse rent discounts.
There you go. And she's got a lot of inventory.
If that works for you, that's
Go
great.
For it, right?
But I like the option of having something like Amazon in the background that handles all that while I try to focus on building a brand.
It's just not cheap, though. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but if that's not core to your business, and you really don't want to spend a lot of time and energy on that.
Then that's an
And you want to
opportunity
put,
for you.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's good that you have options. It's good that Barbara
absolutely.
likes to do that kind of stuff and can benefit from it. And it's good for people who don't have Barbara's expertise and drive, that they don't have to do that. They can find a solution.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, she is the bundler.
She makes bundles out of everything, bro.
Barbara the bundler.
Barbara.
See, that's her brand.
There you go.
Bundle and Barbara.
There
See,
you go,
I just
Barbara.
gave you a good brand, Barbara. Bundle and Barbara.
Be careful, because he will never let it go.
Leave the bundle in the Barbara.
He will never let it go. He will always remember you that way. Now, be careful.
Bundle and Barbara. Maybe we'll see you next week, Bundle and Barbara. I like it. I really do.
I do too.
Anyway.
Actually, it's a brand. It's a brand.
It's catchy. It's memorable. It's
Oh
easy
God,
to
here we
say.
go.
Bundle and Barbara in the house.
Oh God, here we go. This is how I got stuck with the bold one, the cold one.
You love it. He loves it.
No.
Get the hell out of here. Obviously. Thank you, Barbara. We appreciate it. Bundle and Barbara. All right, you going anywhere next week?
No, I'm here for the week. And the next week.
All right.
You know, and then after that, I get to go somewhere.
So where are you going next?
Oh, dude. I'll save it.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's
is it out of the country?
No, but it is a country.
The hell is that? Oh, was it Texas or something? Country?
No. It's a country. It's Vino country. I'm going to Vino country.
Oh, what do you go, like Nappy Valley?
Yeah, I'm going to Napa
in California. Oh, yeah. I like it the way I said it better.
Nappy. Okay, I'm not even going to go there.
Gonna be hanging out with the other winos. What's going on?
Trust and believe it's going to be a wino affair. Trust and believe.
I can believe it.
And I can't
tell my friend Sandy Lowe that you're going to be out there.
Oh, is Sandy out that way?
She's in. What is she? East Bay? I don't know.
Really?
Something.
I definitely will, because I will have a vehicle. Maybe I can hang out and say hi.
She is big into wine tasting.
Really?
So,
I'm not.
No, you're just into brown bagging wine.
Wow, really?
What was Aunt Esther's husband? Woodrow.
He was a drunk. Yeah,
he was a lush.
He was a total lush.
And then there was always Ned the wino. So, all right,
will do.
Maybe we'll see you next week.
Maybe
we shall see.
We
need you to let us know that you care.
I care.
If you come back next week.
That's right.
Do you want us to come back? We need to feel needed.
Whatever.
All right, folks. Have a great weekend. We will possibly see you next week. And I'm still doing this. Peace.
Okay.